tanto jugando suelto como en competición. Tanto si se trata de un rápido 9 hoyos o de un gran 36. Tanto si juegas bajo presión o arrasando, siempre das lo mejor de ti. Nuevo Fuel de FootJoy.
All right. Good afternoon. We're right here back at the 2022 PGA Championship here at Southern Hills. We're joined by Francesco Molinari. Francesco, welcome back to the PGA Championship. This is your 12th PGA Championship, if you can believe that. When you go to pack your bags every year to come to a PGA, what, in your mind as a player, are you expecting every year?
Hot weather, like we're experiencing now. Obviously, yeah. I mean, it's an exciting week, you know, to prepare for. In my experience, you know, my 12 years that I've played, most of the time it's been, I would call them like kind of classical country clubs, courses in the US, and yeah, this week seems to fit pretty well that profile. But yeah, obviously, like with any major, you're excited to get there, and then you try to get to know the course as well as you can in the 3 days before the competition starts.
You're riding a little bit of a high here. A really nice performance over the weekend. Does that boost your confidence a bit?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, I'm coming from a few months of not great golf, so it's nice to see some signs of improvement. I definitely feel like I'm moving trending in the right direction. We'll see. I mean, sometimes these tournaments, I think it's almost better to show up not with great expectations and just play and see what happens day by day.
What was it about your play this past week that gives you some encouragement? What facets of your game were improved?
Yeah, I think not only last week, but the last probably month or so, despite the results not being great, my game, tee to green, has definitely been more solid, more consistent, which is what I've been lacking. And then at the weekend, that combined with some good putting, obviously, if you play well and you putt well, you're going to score on any kind of course. So, yeah, it was nice to see some form coming last week, and hopefully I can carry that over into this week.
Well, we'll be watching. Let's go to Juan for some questions.
So in connection to what you were saying, I mean, it looks like in that level you guys understand this, but other people don't understand the concept that you playing well, you performing really well, but the results are not there. So how do you deal with that, and is that a normal thing? I mean,
yeah, it's not easy. I think that's a part of golf. I think especially when you go through some changes, it takes time to get the confidence back. So yeah, I mean, it's last week was probably the best ball striking of the year for me. But obviously, being the guy that hits the ball, you see coming the weeks before, even if maybe the ball is not yet going exactly where you want to, you get different feels and you start to think that maybe things are turning. But obviously, it's only a couple of days. It's still early days. But hopefully it's a good sign for things to come, yeah.
so I think people don't completely understand also that you played 12 PGA Championships, not 13, and why you miss Harding Park. And I know you can talk a little bit, and you talked a little bit about it, but talk a little bit about the journey of these last 2 years personally and with your golf, and why you made that decision. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's been obviously a long, strange, I would say, couple of years. If you asked me 3 years ago, obviously I had no one had any clue of what was about to happen. But especially for me, I never thought I would move to the US at that point. And yeah, a lot of things changed in kind of early 2020. Yeah, so we moved in July to the US with the family. We were actually in San Francisco, but I just wasn't ready to play. So to show up and embarrass myself or just not play great golf. I didn't really see the point. But yeah, it wasn't easy, as you know, when you decide to skip one of the biggest tournaments of the year. Obviously, it's never an easy decision. But at the time, I thought it was the right thing to do. Yeah, I'm still, I think, working my way through the changes. I'm now starting to feel more settled in the new life and the new reality, and hopefully I can focus more on golf and get back to playing some good golf.
¿Italiano?
Yeah.
Italiano. Más fácil nada más. Cuéntame un poco cómo has visto el campo, cuál va a ser la clave con tu juego esta semana aquí, ¿no?
Sì, è un campo che onestamente non conoscevo, non conoscevo neanche tutta la storia, diciamo, che è presente qui a Southern Hills. È un campo, direi, abbastanza tipico da PGA Championship. È un campo che premia la regolarità, prendere fairway, prendere i green il più possibile. I green sono sicuramente una delle difficoltà del campo, sono piccoli e sono molto ondulati con molta pendenza, per cui vediamo, penso che gli score saranno abbastanza alti. È vero che se si tira bene la palla al tee qualche occasione da birdie c'è, ma non sono molte.
Esta mañana estábamos hablando con Zach Johnson y le hacía un examen de italiano, ¿no? A ver qué sabe de Italia, dónde están las ciudades, todo esto de Roma y tal. ¿Qué es lo que crees que necesita saber Zach Johnson sobre Italia antes de la Ryder Cup?
Beh, non voglio dare suggerimenti al capitano dell'altra squadra. No, ma a parte gli scherzi, ho parlato già con Zach un paio di volte, mi chiedeva un po' di Roma, adesso sicuramente avrà il tempo di viaggiare, di andare a conoscere la città un paio di volte. Penso che sarà una bella Ryder Cup anche per gli americani, è una location fantastica. Marco Simone è vicino al centro della città, per cui ci sarà un'atmosfera sicuramente speciale, credo, anche per gli americani.
I think I have to do this last one in English for John again. We were asking Zach Johnson this morning about Italy, what he knows, where things are, the food, all that, and I think he has to learn a lot of things. So can you give him a lesson about the things that he has to learn about Rome?
No, I mean, he can ask me more. He's asked me a couple of times about the city and the golf course and where it is. I'm sure he's going to have a couple of trips at least to get to know the course and the city. I think, like I was saying, it's a great location for the Ryder Cup. It's close to the city center. There's going to be definitely a great atmosphere. So I'm sure the US team will enjoy it as much as the Europeans.
Terrific. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Have
you.
a terrific week, okay?
Fenomenal.
El nuevo Pro SL no tiene clavos, pero tiene un agarre increíble. Con una plancha de carbono adicional para optimizar el retorno de energía y un nuevo y moderno diseño, el zapato original de máximo rendimiento sin clavos tiene algunas ventajas importantes.